땐 타이어 문제가 좀 많이 있으니까.
Grip, front and rear, we have nothing.
So the drive shaft was broken. What frustrated me most is that we couldn't fully control the race.
세이프티를 좀 중점적으로 개선을 해야겠다라는 생각을 했었습니다.
And that in the end, everyone would pull through and we would be able to make it there on time.
This one a bit better. I have zero vibration.
But one thing we also have to consider is that conditions can change. Tire choice is extremely important, especially when you have changeable conditions. So there's a lot of things to discuss and a lot of factors to assess. And at the Nordschleife, even what's the condition on the other side of the circuit versus what you see here on the Grand Prix side. And what we try to do is work together as a team to build a consensus.
웨트 타이어를 개발해오면서 컴파운드 엔지니어랑 같이 제가 구조 개발자라서 같이 얘기하면서 같이 서로 아이디어 도출하고 그게 적용돼서 어느 정도 방향성을 찾았고 나쁘진 않겠다라는 생각을 했어요.
웨트 타이어 관련해서 지금 비가 뭐 많이 오진 않지만 뭐 계속 이렇게 쭉쭉 오면 그냥 웨트 컨디션이 될 것 같은데 지난번 테스트했던 오파를 한번 테스트를 하면 어떤가 해서. 근데 이제 저는 NLS2 때 그때 제가 와서 봤을 때는 조금 그 테스트 했던 게 좀 아쉬운 게 좀 있어서 그래서 요거를 한번 마르코랑 한번 얘기해봐서
마르코하고 같이 얘기해야 되고 팀랑 같이 얘기해야 돼요.
네네.
드라이버하고 엔지니어랑 같이 해야 되지 않을까.
아 네. Stefan, now we have to decide whether use our wet tire under the right condition or not with Marco. So do you have time to talk with together?
discussion.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think in NLS2 our car setup a little bit is not optimized for our tire. So
Maybe the question is, from last time, but based on your last experience, can we start the race on that wet tire?
Now it's full wet
Then
compared
was
to
less wet.
So if we
expect
would
that
be in the same
opinion.
situation as last time, I would say no.
Right.
At least we should try to get it work.
Yeah.
If it's not possible, I come in.
Yeah. Then we see
you just tell
pressures.
them, you just tell the team.
사실 NLS2 때 일단 평이 매우 좋지 않았었고 혹시라도 사고가 발생하면 이제 너무 위험하니까. 근데 이제 저는 제대로 주행할 만한 환경이 아니었다고 판단을 했고 제 기준에서는 뭔가 제대로 평가되지 않았다고 생각을 했고 그래서 한 번 더 주행해보고 싶었습니다.
Well, the expectations were for us to make the right choice, of course, and be able to run with the competitors. Looking at the weather and the conditions and the other competitors, there was all kinds of choices being picked. We did go on the wet tires because to us it looked more it's going to be raining.
But I was commenting on the amount of spray already just on that formation lap, and that's before the cars are at any kind of race speed. So there's going to be phenomenal. So you need to be up at the front there. So
the race starts on the main track. The 5 red lights change to 5 green.
We could not see anything, so we saw nothing. So we were blind, and then even after the start, I was not full throttle to turn 1. Everybody was, everybody had the same problem.
First lap is always a chaotic one, I would say, because there's all these cars joining into turn 1 and then getting around that and trying to find themselves a position to start racing. And I think the tire choice we had done was excellent. Marco did an excellent job and was very quickly on the way on gaining positions. So because of the experience Marco is bringing with him and the choices we made on the car setup and the tire choice, Marco was able to go through the field, find his way all the way up to P4 over the length of the stint, which he did in a very mature and clever way, finding his way up there. Yeah, I would say the car performed well, he performed well, and he was able to gain all these positions.
So Marco did an amazing job on his opening stint. We expected, of course, him to do very well, but to go from 14th to 4th by the end of his stint, I don't think anyone could have expected that. And also the performance of our wet tires, I think we were all wondering exactly how they would stand up against the competition, as we've had not so much experience here at the Nordschleife, but the tires performed very well, much better than even what we expected. That boded very well for myself and our other drivers as we prepared for our stints as well.
There's a little aquaplaning, so it's a bit sketchy.
So Stephen has radioed in that he's getting hydroplaning, and because of this we have to react on the tire cuttings. So the profile on the tire needed to be recut. Vincent Bartet stepped in very quickly and showed us how to react on the tire profile and recut the tires with the tire technicians and prepared for the next steps.
Ricardo, the drainage on these tires should be good. You can push a bit more.
Track condition is getting better.
Copy that. Bring it home. Just keep going and bring it home. JK, Looks like Revival teams have gone out on intermediate tires. We don't want to lose time by pitting, so there'll be a big speed difference. So if you have to, be protective for your position, please.
Number 44 car passed me.
Don't worry, JK, you're doing well. Hold your position, you're doing well. That's fine.
Second flag is out. Just come up this straight and nice job. Nice job here. Bring him home. Copy, copy. This is P6. This is position 6. Great job, everybody. Great job.
It was a really huge success for us.
예전에 우리가 저희 팀이 참가하지 않을 때 웨타에 대한 약점이 있었다는 거는 알고 있었어요. 그래서 연구원들이 많은 부분을 연구하고 테스트해서 그 부분은 어느 정도 레벨업 되고 성능이 향상됐다라고 느껴졌고요.
저도 좀 놀랐고요. 많은 우여곡절이 있었고 그날도 어떤 우여곡절 끝에 이제 타이어를 투입을 했지만 제가 생각해왔던 거 컴파운드 엔지니어와 생각하고 뭔가 방향성을 정하고 어떤 이끌었던 방향이 절대 틀리지 않았구나. 뭔가 그런 상황에서 어떤 성적이나 순위가 또 괜찮게 나오다 보니까 진짜 뭔가 좀 이제 원팀이 돼가고 있구나 이런 생각을 좀 많이 했던 것 같습니다.
So, is this another Porsche win, or are we going to get an intriguing script heading for the 24 hours of the Nürburgring next month? Already the Ferrari's going to head into pit road, as is Grello. So 911 not happy with that set of tyres. Everybody else, though, sees the lights turn to green.
Green, green, green. We made the right choice. Currently P3, keep pushing. Steven, the plan is to run 8 laps. Keep pushing, watch the tire management, but try to push hard if you can. Steven, we're on lap 8 now.
No issues, no problem.
Within this weekend, it's going to be back-to-back victories for exactly the same Porsche, and now 5 on the bounce for the NLS campaign for the 911 GT3R.
JK, this is lap 7. We will take the checkered flag this lap. We came a long way to here. If you bring it in clean, we will be heading to the 24-hour race.
Good job. Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Nice one.
You made it. Good.
It was a great result. Of course, we are all very happy and proud. Across the 2 qualifying events, we finished first and second in the Pro-Am category. And out of 107 entries, we finished 6th overall. Although our main target is, of course, to be on top of the field. But considering we are just starting our program, I think we can all be very satisfied with the result that we got. Again, The changeable weather and the changeable conditions, obviously puts the drivers, the team, and the tires right against the big challenge straight away. And I think we've definitely showed our potential with this result. So still a long way to go, but I think we can all be very proud.
So our results for this weekend were, I would say, outstanding, because the team did a perfect job in preparation. The car was zero issues. Anything in operation was zero mistakes done. The tires worked well. We overcame the safety issues. Everything was fine. I would say number one thing also, the car was prepared in a way. Outstanding.
I would say the Hankook-Tire in motorsport is on a really good way. I see over the last 6 months I worked with Hankook which way we were going, and it was getting better and better and better. A few weeks ago I put Hankook tires on my private street car. I feel really safe, especially when I looked on our race car. I feel the same way. So it's really nice to see how our process going on. Not even the street tires, especially the Motorsport and my project, but I really like it.
All the experience we gained with the Ventus tire on the Nordschleife is now transferred into the new Ventus Evo G tire, and is already available in Korea. So everyone in Korea can experience the high performance of our Nordschleifen tire.
These tires carry the same DNA as those we have raced across the world. They're built from our passion and from every battle we've fought and overcome together. Now once again we stand here, side by side, ready to face whatever comes next. This year we achieved our mission, but the journey never ends, because here, in this moment, a new season begins.
한국타이어는 글로벌 모터스포츠의 중심에서 활약하며 고성능 타이어 개발을 위해 힘써왔습니다. 특히 슈퍼카, 전기차, 오프로드 등 차량별로 특화된 모터스포츠를 모두 지원하며 폭넓은 포트폴리오에 빈틈없는 기술 개발을 지속하고 있습니다. 한국타이어가 모터스포츠를 통해 이루고자 하는 것은 명확합니다. 일반적인 테스트베드가 제공할 수 없는 극한의 모빌리티 환경을 모터스포츠를 통해 구현하고, 그 안에서 치열한 경쟁을 치르며 축적된 데이터는 모빌리티 기술 혁신의 씨앗이 됩니다. 이 씨앗을 양산 타이어로 꽃피우는 것이 바로 벤투스, 아이온, 다이나프로와 같은 프리미엄 타이어 상품들이죠. 그것은 곧 고객 여러분이 직접 경험하고 계신 한국타이어의 모터스포츠 DNA가 동일하게 살아 숨쉬고 있다는 것입니다. 고객의 라이프 스타일에 맞춘 프리미엄 타이어 라인업, 그리고 비교 불가능한 퍼포먼스, 바로 한국타이어가 모터스포츠를 통해 이룩한 결실입니다.
The motorsport story of Hankook Tire for 2026 is already in motion. Fueled by the trust of Korea's #1 tire, we drive forward, without pause, without hesitation. The climb continues, the pursuit never stops, the summit is still ahead.